everyone. This is Corine La Font, your favorite radio host, your only radio host, and favorite girl, of course, broadcasting to you from the lovely island of Trinidad and Tobago in the Caribbean, on Between the Lines. And you know how we always do it here. We're always with gratitude or thankfulness. And in my previous episode, I just realized that I didn't start off my show like that. That's strange. I normally do that. So let's be grateful for both of my episodes and all my episodes today. So I am thankful that I'm here. Above ground is a beautiful day in Trinidad and Tobago. And I have a lovely guest. You can see how comfortable he is in his little chair there. And I think he's having a cup of tea or some sort of special drink. You would have noticed it. I think that's Superman on his cup. I don't know. He's drinking some superpowers there. I don't know.
Yes, my son gave me this for Christmas present. Yeah.
Nice. Right. So Karl De Leeuw, I'm sure you would have recognized him if you're following Between the Lines. This is his third time being on my show. And it seems as if he's planning to be on again. Isn't that awesome? So let me tell you a bit about what we're talking about today. Something that I don't know where the show is going to go. So just like you, I'm going to be watching and listening and jumping in occasionally. I'm going to go according to the tune of Karl because we're talking about something I have no idea. Not that I don't know the person that we're going to be talking about or what, but I just am not so sure the angle he's going to take today. So let me just tell you what we're talking about. So we're speaking about Jesus in India. Don't know people. I know Jesus. I know India. But Jesus in India, I'm not so sure. So I'm going to hold on and go according to the tune of Karl today. And let me tell you a bit about Karl. So Karl De Leeuw is one of the world's leading peace campaigners. He's a Christian that shows how there is but one creator for the big five religions and how reincarnation was removed from both the Old and New Testaments in the Bible. He's the author of the Universe Code, the Healthspring Code, and the Dyslexia Code, and is the founder of One Souls, which is the focus of this interview. And a little later, we're going to be showcasing his website so you will know where to find him. And you would have recognized him, like I said before, because we spoke on dyslexia the first time he was on, and the second time we spoke about health. Yes, some really good discussion was happening there. So we're here to talk about Jesus in India, and Karl is quite relaxed. He looks like he's with Jesus in India. I don't know, drinking a cup of superpower tea, organic tea. So let me leave it to Karl to tell you what he means about Jesus in India. And we have one creator, which I totally agree with, one creator. But let's see the angle that and Ellie said Jesus, that Karl is going to take today in this discussion. So I'm going to hand you over to Karl, and I'm going to jump in ever so often if I'm allowed, because I know Karl is a talker. So I'm going to jump in every so often, or if he gives a little breath and allows me to ask a question a little later down, I'm going to be showcasing his website and pulling everything together and kind of pushing him a bit. Yes? So Karl, take it away.
Corine, so on the northern tip of India, you've got Kashmir, right it's Jammu and Kashmir, and just to the right of it, you've got Leh, which is also part of India. So Kashmir and Leh next to each other. On the western side, on the left-hand side of Kashmir, you've got Pakistan. Above Kashmir, you've got Tibet, which is part of China. And then sort of on the right-hand side is also sort of, China. It's all Himalayan mountains and stuff. So apart from Israel and Palestine, Kashmir is most probably the most disputed piece of land in the world. It's called heaven on earth. And it's really a piece of land which I think is going to bring the five main religions together. It's got the potential of that. I've been to India twice now. When I went on the second trip, I went to Kashmir as part of the trip, and two guys that's going to be the event in New York next year, they took me, I came with information. They didn't know where it is, but we knew sort of location. It was about an hour and a half drive from Srinagar, which is the capital of Kashmir. There was the Shrine of Moses. So the locals, Moses was about 1,200 years before Christ, have a shrine that they go to. Very small, and we had to find it there, but it's there, unmistakably. So there's Moses. And there's a lot of other linkages to Kashmir and Judaism, but I won't go into all of that now. 722 years before Christ, you had the lost tribes of Israel. So 10 out of the 12 Israel tribes. So, Corine, I don't know if you know, but the musical by Andrew Lloyd Webber, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. So those 12 tribes of Jacob, 10 of those 12 were forced out of Israel. So over 80%, 85% of Jews were forced out of Israel. Now, some people dispute it, others don't. But they went east. So you've got Afghanistan, you've got, that's, no. So, yeah, from Israel, you've got Afghanistan, then Pakistan, and then you've got Kashmir. So it's quite a distance. It's the distance from like LA to New York kind of thing, over 2,000 miles. But, the Israelites were basically travelers, and so you could see how they could do it. So if you Google Kashmiri Jews, you'll see that every year. Okay, you mustn't Google it. I made a note there. Please use a website called ecosia.org, ECOSIA.org. It's good for the environment to see it, and then rather than Google and Bing. In any case, if you go on ecosia.org and you put in Kashmiri Jews, you will see that they're there. So there we've got the Jewish population there. So then in the late 19th century, a Russian explorer, Dr. Nicholas Novaty, went to Himis. And Himis, I went there as well, is just outside Leh. So there's just next to Kashmir. And he found 2 volumes bound in yellow, sort of this kind of color. And it's called The Life of Saint Isa. So they call Jesus Isa. And I've got on my website one article that gives some of the details of that. They call him the Son of God. And so it turns out that Jesus, according to this document, was taught. So in the Bible, you've got the lost years of Jesus between the age of 13 and 29. There's nothing about Jesus. So during that time, he was in India, being taught by first the Hindus and then the Buddhist scholars. And a UK lady, after Nicholas Narkovich, also years later, she wrote a book about it as well. I forget her name now. And she also saw the volumes. So they are definitely there. So then at age 29, Isa, Jesus, returned to Palestine. Just before I continue, is there anything else? Anything you want to make a comment on, Corine?
Not at this time. I'm listening to you and learning. I want you to just repeat. Could you repeat the website that you mentioned to do the search on? Could you spell it out for me?
Oh, yes. Let me just go back to my notes. It's ECO.
Oh, you could text it. Could you text it in the private chat?
Yes.
What?
Okay, we've got a private chat.
Yeah, we have a private chat, so you could just type it in there for me.
Yeah, I think my notes are over.
Type it in there. Sorry.
Yeah, my notes
And
are
then I
over.
can bring it up.
There I see it. Okay, I'm gonna just copy it over and put it in there for you.
Yeah, just put it in a private time. Yeah.
And
And
there we
I
go.
can look at it while you're talking. Yeah. I see
Okay.
it. Yeah. Thanks.
Okay. So
Yeah.
so I'll continue then. So
Yeah,
so
yeah.
then Jesus, Jesus was back in after being taught by the Hindus and Buddhist scholars. So he's back in Jerusalem again, and then the next item I want to mention is, because obviously I'm just sort of cutting to the chase here, is actually from my website article. I'll just quickly read it. It's from the Quran, and it says, actually, just before reading it, I just want to say on the Quran that um, I found the Quran a fascinating document. It was obviously written by Prophet Muhammad. He couldn't read or write, and via Agent Gabriel, the creator and Agent Gabriel, and these words just came out. And in Arabic, it's very pure, and it was 600 years after Christ, let's say, give or take. And uh, the problem, what's happened to the Muslim community, in my view, is that you've now got 163 different Muslim sects. Now, in Christianity, you've got like between 1,000 and 30,000. Wikipedia says 1,000, and others say it can be 30,000 because there's a lot of Christian different things. So the Muslims actually done quite well. They've only got 163, but still, every single Muslim sect have got a different slant on how they interpret the Quran. And there's a particular, I've got a Quran that I'm going to read from now. I'll mention the author of it that I found the purest for me in any case. But in my book, The Universe Code, there's a link that you can see 7 interpretations of the Arabic. And that's very important because different sects change the wording of the Quran for whatever reason. But in any case, the Quran is the most one of the two most truthful documents that I certainly believe in. And I'm just going to read from the Quran. And the guy is
Yeah.
that translated. There's a guy called Maluna Badiudun Khan. In any case, it's in my book. So, chapter 4, verse 157. They did not kill him, this is Jesus, nor did they crucify him, but it only seemed to them, in brackets, as if it had been so. But they certainly did not kill him. God raised him towards himself. God is almighty and wise. So, at the College of Psychic Studies in London, I've been taught by automatic writing to speak to the Creator. Most people speak to the angels or whatever, but I asked to speak to the Creator. And the Creator told me what happened there is that Jesus had a near-death experience. So people near-death experience, they go to the spirit world and they come back. Then the other the document that I believe is truthful is called the Talmud of Gamaliel. So the Talmud of Gamaliel was found in 1963 in Jerusalem by a guy called Billy Meyer. So Jesus, okay, no, I'm going ahead of myself there. So Talmud of Gamaliel is what I believe is the true New Testament. And we've got 30% of that. Because as soon as they found it, this is back in 1963, so I'm born 63, so this is 57 years ago. As soon as they found it, the Israelis, there was an Iranian guy who was translating it into German, and the Israelis bombed him and killed him. But I know Billy Meyer has got the document. He's in Switzerland. And what the Talmud of Gamaliel says, and just for interest's sake, they can show how the current New Testament was taken from the Talmud of Gamaliel. And the Talmud Chamanial is all about reincarnation, just out of interest. It was taken out of the New Testament. Now, Jesus went to a grave, but there was a secret exit or entrance to the grave. So you had the big boulder in front of the grave with a secret entrance. And they treated Jesus for three days, healed him as far as he can. He then escaped and then went to Damascus. So that's where the thing that soul saw him on the road to Damascus. He actually saw Jesus. It wasn't like he came from heaven or something. And then Jesus lived in Damascus for 2 years, according to the Talmud Chamanial, which I'll come now. We need to do something about that because we need to get that given to the world. But come to that. And with his brother Thomas and his mother Mary, the Virgin Mary, and Judas Iscariot, his friend. So Judas Iscariot is not the same Judas Iscariot. Judas Iscariot was actually his friend. So there's a mistake in the New Testament, according to Talmud Chamanial. So then they traveled after Damascus, after the first 2 years, they traveled east to Kashmir. And just before Kashmir, 82 miles from Kashmir, before they got to Kashmir, Mary died. And I want to read you this from a book that I got, and it's on my website. The article there.
It's in the Kingdom of,
yeah, but I'll just read. In the Kingdom of Travelers, yes, on the website. Jesus Lost Years in India by Edward Martin. He writes, one afternoon after work, I was in the bar with the American Embassy Annex. As I walked to the bar and approached the Pakistani bartender, Mr. Wilson, I had no idea that something. Mr. Wilson, I had no idea if something significant was about to take place. I looked behind Mr. Wilson, the barman, at display bottles sitting on the shelves. One bottle of beer in particular caught my attention. The label said Murree beer, Murree beer, a brand brewed in neighboring Pakistan. I asked where the name Murree came from. Murree is a town in northern Pakistan in the Malayan foothills, Sabit, replied Mr. Wilson. Is Murree named after Englishmen? I asked. Oh no, Sabit, he responded. Murree comes from the name Mary. Was Mary a woman from England? Oh no, Said. Mary was the mother of Jesus, he said. I felt puzzled. I took a long slip of beer. But Pakistan is mostly a Muslim country. Why would a town have a Christian name? I asked. Because Mary's buried there, her tomb is in the same place, Mr. Wilson replied. The town grew up around it and is named Mary, he said. And I've been there numerous times myself and visited the Holy Tomb. Now, I haven't been to Pakistan. I just haven't got to it. I would love to go to Pakistan because the Hunza cuts, when we discussed the health last time, in my book, the Healthspring Code, I used research of 4 books and one US doctor lived with the Hunza cuts for 7 years. And they in northern Pakistan, under the Malayan foothills mountains. But in any case, so then the next thing is that Jesus then ended up in Kashmir. So the 163rd Muslim sect, the Ahmadiyyan community, believe that Jesus died in Srinagar. I was there. When you get there, there's quite heavy security. The Pedayans, which we'll discuss in our next talk, because the next talk is the Creator versus God. The Pedayans, and I'll discuss the Pedayans then, says no, he died in the Kashmiri Valley on a hill at age 115. And I went to a hill that I believe could potentially be, because it's quite a distinctive hill. But so why is all of this important? The importance is that if we go through the religions in time frame, Hinduism. So first of all, India is a Hindu country, and Kashmir is part of India. So this is to bring the 5 main religions together, not to have one world religions. All the religions stay exactly the same, but we just have the truth so that religions can relax, and then we can have world peace. Secondly, Buddhist. So Buddha was a Hindu himself, but there's just sort of online, it looks like the Buddhists were sort of in charge of Kashmir sort of 600 years from Buddha. He was 600 years before Christ. So heavy influence there. It was, now well, I'll get onto that now, but heavy influence. So definitely Buddhism. And just to the right of Kashmir, Leh, as I mentioned, that the Hindus monastery. And then obviously you've got Tibet just to the north of Kashmir being Buddhist. Then the third religion is Judaism. So we've mentioned Moses. You had Solomon was there as well. I didn't even discuss that. And then you've got the next religion is Christianity. So discussed Jesus. And then you've got Muslim community, Islam. And so Kashmir is 96% Muslim. So it is the place, historic place, I mean, seriously historic place in the world where all 5 main religions have been. Some people disputed, and that's why we now need to get on to the next topic, which I'm going to call on 2 individuals to do something. But just before doing that, is there any comment on anything?
Oh, let me see if I can jump in there. I'm trying to avoid the sun in my face. That's what I'm trying to do.
Well,
the sun is on me.
Corine, I'm in London. Yeah. I would love to have the sun. Like we just, our lockdown started. We didn't know lockdown was going to start.
Let me show you the sun totally on my face.
Oh,
it actually feels good. It actually feels good. Yes.
I'm jealous.
Right. No, so I am going to confess. Actually, it's not a matter of confess, but you're talking religion, and I prefer to have persons who are really deep into the religion and that type of history and study to be able to speak on an issue like this. Because I hear you saying some things that kind of can be questioned. So what I would do, and I'm saying this to you, is I'm going to share this video with persons who I know is in that particular area, and hopefully have a discussion with you and them in terms of that, and have, an intellectual discourse in terms of what you're saying. But you're talking reincarnation, and I know that reincarnation is something that really is professed by Indians, who a lot of our population here in Trinidad is made up of Indians, okay? And a lot of us are mixed as a result, including myself. So they profess a lot of reincarnation, and of course, Indians from India, Pakistan, that part of the world. So I don't know how it got to that, or how their belief started. But I'm listening to you. I'm intrigued by what you're saying and what you're sharing, and the 5 main religions. I think you spoke about 3 so far. And, just how the relationship between.
No, I spoke about all 5. I spoke about all 5.
You spoke about 5. Okay, yeah, I heard 3. I heard 3 in the midst of everything. Yeah.
Yeah. So just to quickly recap, India. So Kashmir is controlled by Hindus. Like if you go to that hill where I believe Jesus died, it's the names that the thing at the top have been changed to Hindu names. So although it's 96% Muslim population, it's 100% Hindu control. Then it used to be Buddhist. Then Judaism is there. I've been to the shrine of Moses.
Oh, nice! Tell me about that experience quickly. That's nice.
Well, the experience, two guys that's going to be in the New York event next year in April from travel agents. I asked them to take me to, I had a document that sort of area. It was an hour and a half or so drive from Srinagar, the capital of Kashmir. And we really, it took
Nice.
us, when we got there, a lot of asking of locals where it was. And then we passed over a river and then got to this guy and he said, yes. And he took us to the shrine. And it's nothing special. It's just a thing. And they have these plastic things because I think it lasts. It's all reddish and stuff like that. And so the two guys took me there, heavily spoke to the people, a little community. And Moses didn't pass over there or anything. He was just there. So, and the local, we went to go and see the vice guy of the Srinagar library, the university library there. And there's a lot of information will be there, but it's all in Persian and different. It all needs to be translated. There's a lot of information to be found. But just going to then Christianity, and then it's 96% Muslim currently. So it is the place in the world where you've got the five main religions. And it's a hot spot at the moment, but we can tip it to the rest. Now, on your point that you mentioned about people that scholars, what will be, I've got 3 further topics I would like to discuss with you. The next one is the creator versus God. That's a big topic. Then the third one is reincarnation. And the fourth one is human energy fields and chakras around the body. I've sort of picked those 4 topics out of my 21 chapters for the Universe Code.
So what I'm going to ask you to do, Karl, email me those topics so that I can start preparing to get the persons who I think would be, that I know in my circle and so on, that I can bring together to have a discourse with you live and get persons to interact and engage and ask questions. But I do have some persons in mind just from what you have been suggesting, so we can prepare for that.
Yeah? So what I would suggest, the best would be, I'll send you all the things. I'll send you my book. You've already got my book, but I'll send it again. So it's really my book, and then this tape, if you can send them this clip, that in 2 weeks' time, if it suits them, if it's only one person, then fine. If it's 5, fine. We have a live discussion, again, on the topic of Jesus in India, so that we can just discuss this topic, because as soon as we get to the next topic, then it gets too much. It sort of, that would be my suggestion. We can discuss it afterwards. So I would just like to end from my side with 2 things. So I'm putting the cup of tea away.
While you're ending, let me just showcase your website while you're talking at the same time. So go ahead.
Okay, no, I don't want to, if you can showcase it first, and then I'll talk afterwards, because it's important what I'm going to say.
Okay, let's see if we can do that. Let me see if I can do that. Just give me a second here. I think this is the website, yeah?
So you've got my main one on. That's great. So this is my light surface. So there's my 3 books that you can click on those tabs, and you get to my 3 books. That's Kindle books on Amazon.
Yeah.
So there's a guy surfing the wave. So there's 144,000 people that's going to change the world. This has come through from many, and we only need to change 4 million people on Earth out of the 8 billion. But that's a topic for another discussion. So then I just got a little bit details there, a little video. And then if you go a bit below that, you can ask 3 questions. Oh, no, before and there, you can see, if you just go up a little bit, because there's accept all, just up a little bit. No, up the other way, right? Up. No, sorry, down. I mean down, sorry. My dyslexia. Sorry. So yeah, down and stop now. So there's my 3 webs. No. Now go up. Now go up. Now go up. Slightly up. Slightly up.
Yeah.
More, and more until you can see my 3 websites. Just a bit more. A bit more.
Oh, you want to go up to the 3 websites?
Hey, stop. That's it. That's it. No.
You want me to go up
No.
there?
Corinne, if you go down now, you'll see there's 3 websites
Okay,
there.
tell me.
Okay, I'll tell you when to stop.
3 websites here.
No, go.
This one, and this one, right?
No, they're not websites. They're my 3 books. Just go down. Just go down. Please.
Okay.
And go down. I'll say when to stop. Stop. So there you can see my 3 websites you can click on. So the One Souls is this event coming up. We're later in the year to talk about the event in New York. But that's my 3 websites. And then if you can go down now, I've got it right now, down. You can ask 3 questions for free from the creator. And then 24 hours later, you receive an option for £10 to buy my master plan for life. And perhaps sometime we can talk about that. So thank you for sharing that. Oh yeah, Corinne, can you just go right to the end again? Just on
Not
the
a problem.
down, right to the end, down, there, stop. So there, what I'm suggesting to people is to put a web carbon counter on the website. So this site is 55% cleaner than all other websites. So it's just the way you'll see most people, if they look at the websites, will be dirtier than most. It's just a way that you can tell the web guys to use less photos, and it's then less storage in the cloud. And also it pushes web people to use companies that use computer storage facilities that use green electricity and stuff like that. Thank you for sharing that, Corinne. So I just want to end up with 2 things.
Not a problem at all.
So what I'm doing is I've emailed the Dalai Lama. So the Dalai Lama, as you must probably know, he was forced out of Tibet into India, and he's in a place called Dharamsala. I've been there. So I was there when he was there, but obviously I didn't see him. So I was within 20, 30 meters of Dalai Lama, His Holiness. But at an event in Dublin years ago, I was 5 meters from him. But in any case, this is an info address. I emailed a previous chat with someone else in India to him, to his office, and I'm going to email this video clip to him. And I'm asking, and it's just an info address, but one of the speakers from Kushinagar, where Buddha passed away in India, Tara Roy, he knows a lot of people in the Buddhist community, because a lot of them go via Kushinagar, where Buddha passed away. Amazing place. And he knows a Lama that knows Lamas in Dar es Salaam. So the call is on the Dalai Lama to now release the Life of Saint Isa, these 2 documents. That's critical, and it needs to be carbon dated. So that's until then, I can understand how people is going to query that. Then the second one is Billy Meyer.
I want to show one thing here. Sorry, Karl, the website that you had given me before, let me just quickly share that. Hold on. My share isn't showing up. Hold 1 second, right? Where is it? Hold 1 sec. Oh, I removed it by mistake. Hold 1 second.
No
okay,
problem.
Continue talking. Sorry.
Just while I talk then. So Billy Meyer is in Switzerland. I think he's early 80s. So I'm very keen to meet him. When I contacted his office, that was middle last year. It was COVID. So I'm hoping maybe to meet him. And I'd like to call on, and I'll send this video clip to the guy, Scott, that has responded to me before from his office. to that we now need to release the Talmud of Gamaliel and carbon date it. There's the Ecosia, ECOSIA.org.
Right.
So
This
then you
is
see,
the search engine that you were suggesting.
Yes. So this is a.
And we use this for what again?
Just say again. So did you want to show something on there, or?
Yeah, I'm putting it in the chat as well for persons to have the link. But what
so
do we use this for again? I just want to make.
No, this has got nothing to do with Jesus in India. This is just as by the side, because I'm big into climate issues. And
okay.
Okay,
well, I'm sharing it on YouTube and Facebook.
Yeah, just so interesting. The only negative of Acacia.org, that sometimes they don't do maps. So when you want to on map, they push you to Google or Bing, which is fine. But according to a lot of people that's in the know, this is one of the best websites to use. I believe in the butterfly effect. If you stay to a few people, you have that effect. So that is my my talk. And
so we're rounding up. So what are your final words, Karl, before we go?
My final words.
I'm giving you all the sun. I'm giving you all the sun on my skin so that you can appreciate that.
Yes, I need it, and I need a haircut. I'm looking forward to a number 2 haircut.
That's the COVID look. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
that's the COVID look. Don't worry.
Yes.
Don't worry. Nobody's looking.
So final words is, world peace is possible, but we need the truth. The truth will set us free.
No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. And the thing about the truth is that you know it within. It's not what somebody tells you, because everybody will have their own things to say, but the truth is something that you feel and resonates with you. You just know. You just know. It's a knowing. It's a knowing. It's not a feeling. It's you can feel it, but it's a knowing. You know deep down in your soul, you just know it. Yeah? So thank you so much, Karl, for being here for the third time. And you look like you're going to be on several times, and like we have planned to have some other experts come on and challenge you. That's what I want. I want to challenge you here.
Yes, I'm up to the challenge. But the first thing I'm going to say to the expert is that I'm no expert. I'm sort of, when I took 7 years to research, 7 years to write my Universe Code book. And at the end of 7 years, I had 1 million words from events and books and whatever. And then it took me 6 months of not working, just 17 hours a day, to remove 2/3 of the 1 million words. And then I chucked that into 21 chapters, and then I removed half because it was duplication. And that is, my 21 chapters is like 21 pieces of a puzzle. Once you see the puzzle, it makes sense. But I sort of
makes sense. Yeah.
I sort of know what's been removed from the Old and New Testament rather than what's in the New Testament. The Creator tells me through automatic writing that 80% of the New Testament and Old Testament is correct. It's the it is the 20. It's a bit like the Quran. After Prophet Muhammad died, people that knew him, or some that didn't even know him 100 years later, wrote the Hadith, Hidith, and it's 80% correct, 20% incorrect. And it's that 20% that's incorrect that's totally causing world issues. And, when we get to the Creator via God, it's a big topic. And once these truths come out,
it's a massive. Well, he's a big guy. He's a big guy, so it must be a big topic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yes, he's a big guy, so he's a big topic.
Well,
Karl, thank you so much for being here and sharing.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here, and thanks for sharing. And I look forward to us joining again and having some other people come on and challenge you and share, and we all walk away It's not only a matter of challenging, but seeking the truth, finding the truth, and being able to come to some sort of agreement or walk away a better person than we came in. Thank you so much for being here.
Yes, sorry, just one last on, because you said important thing there. It's the thing in when we're going to speak to the scholars is it's not changing their views. It's just that even if there's acceptance that there could potentially be an issue, but because at the end of the day, the Muslims believe in Jesus and Moses, so those three are already guaranteed. No, it's Jews, Christians, and Muslims. So then, if it's proven that Jesus were taught by Hindus and Muslims and Buddhists, you've got world peace. If Christians can understand that Jesus was taught by Hindus and Buddhists, you've got world peace, because you won't have what happens in Myanmar now and stuff like that. Sorry.
Yeah. But much more to talk about. Thank you so much again, Karl. All the best to you until we see you again. Karl De Leeuw, lightsurfers.me.